Hello everyone and welcome to an Into the Void real review. Wait, we're not doing that. At least not in this video. We're doing something a little different this time around. We're leaving the movie realm and we'll be taking a detour into the video game realm. We'll be specifically talking about the 2024 Xbox Showcase that aired this last Sunday, June 9th. I wanted to discuss my top 15 games of that show in no particular order because as you know, the other hobby I have besides the movies is video games. And I would argue that it is actually the thing I spend the most time on besides making these videos for you wonderful people. Let me explain what I'm doing. I will give you my particular hype level for each of my top 15 video games of the show, and then maybe I'll give you an overall rating of the entire thing. Without further ado, let's get started. Call of Duty 8 out of 10. This looks pretty cool even if I've fallen off of the Call of Duty franchise in the last 5 years. It doesn't hurt that the background music to the trailer was the Prodigy's Firestarter. Win there. I'm just kidding. It's going to take much more than that to get me back into the Call of Duty franchise. There's a new movement system from what I hear, and it doesn't hurt that it and all the DLC will be available day one on Game Pass. And while I'm still lukewarm on the franchise as a whole, all these things make me more willing to dip back into Call of Duty. Maybe. Doom: The Dark Ages, 9 out of 10. I love me some Doom. I've played the last two, Doom Eternal and 2016's Doom, and I've thoroughly enjoyed both even though I prefer 2016's more than Eternal. This one looks fantastic, mixing Doom's futuristic aesthetic with fantasy. Also love the weapons in this, and the shield parry is quite insane. How can you go wrong with that? 2025 seems so far away. State of Decay 3, 8 out of 10. While I own both these, the first and second games, I have to admit I only played a little bit of the second one. This is a AA game that people really like, and I get the appeal. Trust me, I want to play more State of Decay 2 before this third one comes out. It didn't have a date, but it's nice to know that it is being worked on, so there's that. Claire, Obscure Expedition 33, 10 out of 10. This one looks intriguing as hell. I give this one high marks because it's something new and I really like the premise. You have to go on an expedition to kill a painter that keeps creating the world only to kill it and repaint it over and over. That's a very original storyline that I'm excited to experience. Plus, the aesthetics and look of it pulled me in. I'm looking forward to this one. Fable, 10 out of 10. This one gets high marks from me as well. We've been waiting so long for a new Fable and now we have finally got a good look at this one. The gameplay looks interesting and the tone and humor seem on point. This one actually made me giggle a little bit. No date announced, but I'm still pretty stoked for this one.
Terrifying. So, yeah, I knew this girl once who made all the wrong choices.
Humphrey. She's back.
Dragon Age, The Veilguard, 9 out of 10. No longer called Dragon Age Dreadwolf, this one looked good. This is another game that we have all been waiting to see more of, and we did. It looks like we'll be able to choose from several classes and once again put a party together and go questing. I've only played the first and third of this series and only finished Dragon Age Inquisition. I saw the gameplay footage of this recently and I thought it looked pretty cool. Apparently many people hated the art style, saying it's too cartoony, and going so far as to say they're saying goodbye to Dragon Age. Well, I say bye to them and hi to this because I think it looks really cool and I most likely will play it day one. South of Midnight, 9 out of 10. Once again, we have another new IP that looks pretty interesting. A Louisiana Gator game that's nothing to do with college football. Even though the coverage they showed looked framey, the fact that it was something I've never seen before intrigued me. The music was interesting and I'm wondering if it serves as a backdrop for the game or it's just for the trailer. We will see. I hope we get some of that music in the game proper. Definitely one of the highlights of the show. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, 8 out of 10. There were some that thought that the footage shown was mid, but I actually quite enjoyed what I saw. I think it encapsulated the Indiana Jones film, mixing humor and action together in a fun way.
You have is your stupid American cartoons. Choo-choo! Choo-choo! Ha 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 ha!
They had a long montage that showed basically a whole action set piece set on a derelict ship. The action was a little disjointed and the editing of the scene seemed a little off. Nonetheless, I think that didn't deter my excitement for this one too much. But yeah, it remains to be seen how well this hits once it's released. Graphics shined, I thought, making it nice to look at. There was that, and hopefully the combat and action will be good. And from what I remember, I think it looks solid. And isn't Machine Games working on this one? Didn't they work on the Wolfenstein games? That's a point in favor of this one, so I'm looking forward to what they put out on this. Gears E-Day 10 out of 10. This was a great way to end the show, even if it technically is not Gears 6. This is equally awesome because it takes us back to when the Locust invasion began. Also, this hopefully takes Gears back to its roots, introducing the horror back into the franchise. You see a younger Dom and Marcus in the trailer, so it appears that they're taking a break from the younger cast for now. It's funny because this reminds me of a movie that's coming out soon called The Quiet Place Day One. And in that movie, you go back to when the aliens invaded Earth as well. I'm really looking forward to this one. No date, but it's nice to know that they are working on a new Gears. Perfect Dark 10 out of 10. This one I was surprised that it actually showed during the showcase. This one looks like it could be really fun with all the gadgets you get to use, and also it has parkour in it that reminds me of Mirror's Edge. It looks like a proper remake of the original, and although I like the original, it wasn't like my most favorite game. This one looks like it retains the sci-fi element of the first one. It veers off from the spy James Bond storyline and goes into something more alien-esque, which I can really appreciate being as I'm a big Alien fan and all. Definitely looking forward to this one, and I'm glad we got confirmation that this is still a thing getting made.
Are you all seeing this?
Once you open this door, there's no going back.
Assassin's Creed Shadows 9 out of 10. This might be the Assassin's Creed that everyone's looking for. You can play as either a ninja or a samurai, making it so you can complete missions either with stealth or brute strength. I think this is an awesome concept. The fact that the setting is feudal Japan is something that fans have wanted for some time now, so this one might have some extra hype attached to it. I know it has extra hype attached to it. I'm definitely looking forward to this one. I can't wait to play this when it comes out on November 15th of this year. This one actually has a date. Avowed 7 out of 10. I'm not sure what to think of this one. On the one hand, you have one of the best game companies working on this one in Obsidian. On the other hand, it's related to the renowned Pillars of Eternity franchise. Yet, this sometimes looks like a generic Skyrim clone, and at times it can look like something that could hit, like Outer Worlds did. It's hard to say until this releases, which I'm still stoked for because it's planned for this year. We'll see, and I'll keep my fingers crossed. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater 10 out of 10. I think this looks really good, and I'm excited to see this one on the new consoles, as well as see what new things this edition may have. It looks really good for what they showed, which was some actual gameplay. Watching this made me realize how much I miss the Metal Gear Solid series. The remastered versions they put out just last year don't hold a candle to what this is, and believe me, I did buy those versions even though I have yet to play them. Hopefully this comes out this year. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers 10 out of 10. It looks like a mix between Stellar Blade and Neo 2, and I'm all for it. The enemy design looks sick, and the battle system has parries and cool moves. I like Souls-likes. I can't get used to calling them that. Anyway, this seems right up my alley, but once again, we'll have to wait and see because for every Stellar Blade there is a Wolong that come down to burn away your enthusiasm. Sorry, Wolong. Stalker 2, 8 out of 10. I have a blind spot when it comes to Stalker games. I haven't played any of them, but I think I heard that they can get weird. So I'm here for the weirdness. I'm intrigued by Stalker 2, and I want to really give this one a shot. This looks pretty good, and I know it has been in developmental hell for a while due to the Ukrainian war that has devastated the developers and really made it hard for them to complete this project. Nonetheless, I want to check out what they made here, and I'm hoping that it's great. All signs say it just might be, even with the adversity that has plagued this game. Wouldn't that be quite the story if this video game won Game of the Year at the Game Awards, despite all the things this team has had to endure to get it made? So guys, that's my top 15 games to look forward to. I have to admit, I feel re-energized for gaming now that I have seen what great games are coming out this year. What are your top games from the Xbox 2024 showcase? Or not even from the showcase, but in general. The showcase, if I had to grade it, get a 9 out of 10. What are you looking forward to in gaming in the coming years? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, I will see you next time when we venture into the void.